welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, it's so wonderful to have you. So today's video, I'm just going to be jumping right into it, and I'm going to start off by using my not polished universal tips, and these are super long. I'm really impressed with them, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my KDS nail glue to apply these onto my nails. I absolutely love the length of these nails, but they are just way too long for me, so I am going to be trimming these down a little bit. If you guys like long nails, this is definitely going to be really good for you. In my last video, I did some really long nails, but these tips are even longer than those nails were, and if you guys want to check that out, I will link that video in the description box for you. But yeah, so these tips are even longer than those, and I'm just like, no way I can manage working with these tips. But if you like long nails, this will definitely work for you. So I'm just going ahead and trimming them down. I wanted to see how easy they trim down with just a regular pair of scissors, and they trim down beautifully. I didn't really have any splitting or anything like that happen, but I was being extra careful. Okay, so now I'm just taking my not polished universal file, and I'm just going ahead and filing down the tips. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off with the acrylic. So the first acrylic that I'm using is going to be this beautiful teal color, and it's called Sweet Tooth. And then I'm going to be going in with this beautiful yellow color right here, and it's called My Allure. This color has some beautiful glitter in it. So one of the glitters in that yellow color is like a solid neon yellow glitter, which is really cool. So I can't wait to work with this, and we're just gonna go ahead and start off by placing a bead of this blue. I'm just going mid nail here for this, and I'm doing a pretty thin coat. So this what am I talking about? This acrylic, it's actually the first time that I'm ever using it. I did swatch these, and it worked beautifully when I swatched them, but it's a little bit different when you're using it as an application, and I just decided that I would try by using this a little bit wetter. But guys, honestly, you do not need to. These acrylics move so perfect and beautifully that you do not need to work with a super wet bead. They're pigmented, they're great, but you can just go ahead and get an average bead, just a regular bead, and go ahead with it. Actually, I would recommend that you use a drier bead. It actually makes the product move a little bit better than a wetter bead, because it's just so buttery and smooth that you don't need to do too much to it actually to just get it to go where you want it to. So I was using a little bit of a wetter bead because that's something that I'm kind of used to. I started out doing acrylics with Kiss, and as you know, Kiss is just like super fast drying, and with this you have time and you can kind of move it around a little bit. Not too much time, but you do have a bit of time to work around with it, and it worked beautifully and it blends so smoothly. So I do recommend that you try using a drier bead. I was a little bit hesitant to do that, but for the next time using these, I would definitely do that. Okay, so now I'm moving on to my middle finger. I kind of skipped my ring finger because I didn't know what I wanted to do on that finger yet, so I kind of just skipped over it since I am doing like a little freestyle right here. And for this nail, I want it to be more of a French tip, or a tip nail. I don't even know what it would be called, but you know, I struggle to find my words whenever I'm doing these videos. So if you guys know what this is called, let me know. So I'm just ombreing the blue and the yellow together here again, the same as I did on my pinky, but the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop right here because I am going to put another color on the nail bed area. Okay, so again, another thing that I wanted to point out here is, so when I'm grabbing my bead, I am grabbing a super teeny tiny bead, so basically nothing. I do recommend you do that, although I do recommend that bead being a little bit drier if you're going to do an ombre, because ombres, they aren't very easy to achieve, especially when your colors are not exactly alike. It can be difficult for you to get a good transition, and sometimes it could be a little bit messy. So what I like to do is I like to take thinner beads and work them out, and then slowly ombre. And if I have to come back and put another layer of the color on again. I still have enough room to work with it, so it's not going to be super thick and bulky. So that's what I like to do. I like to work with smaller beads when I'm ombreing, but that's just personal preference. You can do what works best for you. This just makes it easier for me to ombre, and I like the end result better. Okay, so I'm just doing the same exact thing that I did to my ring finger on my index finger, and then I'm just moving on to the thumb. And for all these, I kind of start kind of midway the nail, and then I slightly ombre it up. For this one, I didn't need to ombre it back down, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do on this finger yet. And then once I started doing it, I was kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna do a full nail for this one. But yes, so oh my gosh, there's a train. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear that, but there's a train going by, so sorry if you hear it. Okay, so I'm just gonna ombre the yellow right over the blue, and oh my gosh guys, these colors are so stunning. The glitter in this yellow is just so beautiful and different. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's so unique. I love how these colors came out, and this set is just so gorgeous to me. I just feel like tropical summer vibes. I need to take a vacation. Like, book me a flight. Where are we going? Jamaica, Aruba? Let's go. I'm ready to hit the beach, guys. If you guys want to book me a flight anywhere other than here, then go ahead, do so. You know, I'll leave my email in the description box below so you guys can, you know, send the ticket over. I'm just joking. This is literally just me having fun with you guys. I don't want this video to be too boring. Okay, so now for my ring finger, I decided to go in with this beautiful color, and it's called Milk White, and it's just like a really nice milky white, exactly like what it says, milk white. And I'm just going in and just pulling that bead all the way down the nail, and I actually ended up having something in there. It was like an eyelash or something, so I just decided to go ahead and scrape that out and replace that little spot with some more acrylic. And now I'm going into my cuticle, and here's where I made a big boo-boo, and I got my bead super wet, so it kind of started floating over towards my cuticle. And I do recommend using dry beads because, like I said, this product flows so well when using it, and you can kind of get away with using drier beads, so use it to your advantage and definitely do so. I feel like I could have had like a cleaner cuticle area if I kind of used a drier bead, whatever size it was going to be, small, big, whatever. Just using a drier bead would have been more beneficial for me, and I would have been able to kind of get a better idea of how well the product worked as well. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going in with this beautiful, stunning color right here, and it is First Nude. And I remember in the haul, if you guys didn't see it yet, I'll have it linked down in the description box. And this color was one of the colors that I was really iffy about, but I still wanted to try it just so I gave it a fair chance. I was kind of thinking that this color wouldn't match my skin tone as well, and honestly, I completely feel like it didn't. It did not go with my skin tone as well. Maybe just with the color combination that I used, especially because the colors are so bright and they aren't as muted. Maybe if it was with the white or something more subtle, it would have looked a little bit better. But just because my skin tone is so dark and the color has such a chalky whitish undertone to it, it kind of just clashes with my skin tone, and I don't like it very much. But I am definitely going to be using this in maybe some marble nails or something like that, but just not as a cover color for my skin tone. So if you're in the field for shopping for a nude and you're a similar complexion to me, maybe you want to find something different. I know NotPolished has a good range of colors, so I'm sure you would have no problem finding something else. I think I'm actually going to go nude shopping on NotPolished, so if you guys want to go nude shopping with me, you guys can go ahead and use my coupon code. Yes, they gave me one. It's for 10% off, and it'll be linked down in the description box, so you guys can go ahead and shop my code. So I just capped all my nails with some clear acrylic, and now I'm going to go ahead with my nail file from Not Polished. I'm going to go on the hardest grit side, and I'm just going to file the sides of my nails down first. I don't have a special way of filing my nails. I kind of just hack at it, but I am trying to be as gentle as possible. I completely forgot to season my nail file, and I ended up cutting my pinky. So these are super sharp, guys. Make sure that you season them before using them. Basically just meaning make sure you just take an old nail file or something that you can use to dull down the edges of the nail file, because it is super sharp, and this nail file is so sturdy and amazing. I was so impressed with it. Like, it's just perfect. Like, the strength of it for a paper nail file, I'm actually really impressed with it, especially with the fact that it's disposable. So what I tend to do for my clients is I cannot talk today. So for repeat clients, I am just going to label them and make sure that they have their own little nail file so I can keep using it a couple of times. And then for anybody who's not a repeat, I'll just go ahead and toss it after use. So now I'm just going in with some foil gel, and I'm going to use this beautiful, lovely foil right here, and I'm just going to cut it down to size and place it onto the nail. But honestly, guys, I wanted to recommend this foil gel so badly because I did haul this in my Amazon haul, and now just using it and just seeing how it performed, I was so sad. But at the same time, I read the instructions. It said to cure the foil gel for 60 seconds under UV or LED light, and then place the foil on top and then firmly press it into place and then remove. So I tried doing that, and as you guys can see, I am firmly pressing this stuff into place. Like, I am firmly pressing it into place, and I don't think I could press it into place any firmer than this because I was really going at it. And then I even kind of went in with my nail and kind of scraped it in, pressed it into more, and then did a one-time pull. And as you guys can see, it didn't come out too good. So I'm gonna go back in with a second coat and try to see how it comes out, and hopefully it comes out a little bit better. What I decide to do for my second coat is cure it for 30 seconds because I feel like my UV lamp is a little bit strong. It's not like a typical average light, and this is how it turned out. It came a little bit better, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching and loved this video as much as I loved making it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below and let me know what you guys thought of this video. I love you all so very much. Bye now.